we go.
We're in. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It's Sunday. Awesome. So we'll just get started. If anyone else joins, we'll keep a watch and let them in. So hello. It's so nice for you all to join us. My name is Lindsay. For those of you who might not know me, this is my partner, Evan, and we're so thrilled to be here today with my dear friend, Gloria, and her husband, Mark. So basically, I'll just get started with my story and what kind of brought me to this lifestyle and what made me aware of these changes I need to make in my life and have brought me to feeling the best that I have ever gotten to feel. So for me, I never considered how important hormones were to me and that they literally affect everything in my life until mine were unbalanced. So a year ago, I decided, so actually, I guess 10 years ago, I was put on birth control because of some pain I was experiencing during my menstrual cycle. And I guess the biggest problem that I realized that is happening within our Western medical model system is that there's a lot of spot treating going on. So if you have a headache, you're prescribed Advil. If you have cramps, it's Midol, or in my case, birth control pills. So that's kind of what I was on for 10 years. And then I decided I wanted to make a change. I wanted to come off of this and face the pain and kind of get to the root cause of the issue instead of the Band-Aid that was being presented to me. So it's been a year almost. I guess we're in April almost. So May, I came off my pill and decided to tackle this pain head on. And I actually came across a book called The Woman Code by Alyssa Vitti, which changed my life. And that is where I got to learn about hormones, the importance of them, the different things in our endocrine system that could be disrupted by chemicals being in our products. And I really started to look at what I was using every day and how that could be affecting my hormones. So that's when I also learned that there's over 20 million women also suffering from things like heavy and difficult periods, PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, cysts, all of that stuff, and that I learned it could be preventable. So now my goal and my vision is to help educate, especially young women, on the importance of hormones and what it's supposed to feel like when we're balanced, and how we're not supposed to be in pain through our whole menstrual cycle. We're not supposed to experience PMS symptoms, cramps, moodiness. All of that stuff is not normal. And I just would like to kind of bring attention and awareness to this, that we need to stop normalizing that. So that's my story. And I'll let Evan kind of shout about what brought him to the natural living.
So I guess, yeah, I'll share a bit of my story. Like, I've experienced a lot of chronic pain due to car accidents, dirt biking, ATV incidents and stuff like that. I have a very physically demanding job, and I always turn to a quick fix like Advil and Tylenols, but in such amounts that it was starting to cause me stomach pains and stuff like that. So I guess Lindsay introduced me to the oils with her starter kit, and I wasn't skeptical. Like I didn't have any doubts about it, but I was very stuck in my ways of, I come home, I'm sore, my head hurts, I'm going to take some Advil. I'm going to take some Tylenol, muscle and back pain. I'm going to, just the normal, what I thought was normal. And so I started letting her put different oils on me. She was very excited with like Copaiba, peppermint, Panoe. She was very enthusiastic about it. And I was willing to try anything at that point, right? I was ready to take a different approach to how I was feeling and how I had always felt. I thought it was normal. I thought I was meant to feel that way, given the circumstances, due to my past, I guess. A lot of wear and tear on my body. So like I said, I started letting her put peppermint oil on my temples and on my neck with my headaches. I started taking baths with Epsom salts, peppermint oil, Panoe, and I seen the results. I felt the results. I started feeling way better. I haven't taken Advil or Tylenol since I don't know what, December maybe.
Yeah, so we ordered Evan. So when Evan was asking me about the oils, I had said, why don't we get you your own kit? Because he was like, hey, do you have any Panoe? Hey, do you have this? And I said, you know what? Since you're liking them and seeing results, let's get you your own kit so you can have your own little medicine cabinet to go to when you need to and learn about them. So we got his kit in December, I think.
Was that? Yeah.
So that's probably when you stopped reaching for Advil and you had your own kit to reach for everything.
And I was constantly like, oh, what can I use for this? What oil can I, if I had an upset stomach, oh, what can I do here? And I'm obsessed with it now. I have baths regularly with Epsom salts and Panoe and even lavender. And it feels great. So I'm just in love. I'm in love with how I've been feeling and the fact that I don't need to turn to the spot treatments anymore. So I guess that's about what I want to share, and I'll pass it on.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
I never get tired of hearing people's stories and how good they feel when they kind of like when they move over to low tox living. It's just so cool. Like it's been 4.5 years since I've been on this journey and it just never gets old. So I got started. So for those who don't know me, my name is Gloria and this is my husband,
Mark.
And I got started 4.5 years ago on this journey. My husband was not as supportive when I got started.
First.
It wasn't that he ever said like, you can't use these. No. It was never like that, but he was like, enjoy your wizard tears, like whatever makes you happy, kind of like support.
Yeah.
So I was actually really stubborn too when I got introduced to Young Living, Wizard Tears. Mm-hmm. I had lived with chronic pain for 9 years. And the same thing that Lindsay said, it was a lot of just like Band-Aid treatments. Like I would go in with all of these symptoms and they would treat the symptom and not get to the root. And like doctors are amazing. They're the reason my 3 kids are here. I love them and they're wonderful in times like that. But when it comes to like chronic, I just felt like I was really let down by the system because I was just prescribed a lot of medications. And so after 9 years of that, after 7 years of that, I started to eat really, really clean and I started taking my health back in that way, but I was still reaching for Advil. I got off all of the heavy duty medications I was on and I just started taking Advil because I could take Advil and I still felt like a human. Yeah. Whereas the other medications, I would feel groggy. I would have a stomach ache. I couldn't get off the couch. Like I just didn't feel like myself. And so I thought Advil was like the better way to go. And so I would take probably 6 to 8 extra strength Advils a day. And that was just normal for me until in July, I actually ended up burning a hole through my stomach essentially. And I ended up being in the hospital. And after running tests, they told me that I could not continue on the path that I was on. And they offered me a different medication that would be easy on my stomach. And at that point, I was just like, I'm just done with doing things this way. Like the definition of insanity is doing the same things repeatedly and expecting different results. And I had tried their way for 9 years. Meanwhile, at work, I was working with the lovely Lisa Blackstock. She was a silver leader at the time in Young Living. She had been talking to me about natural wellness for 7 months. And for 7 months, I had my walls up and I was like, no, thank you. Nothing can ever help me. I was very much in like this victim mentality of like, this is my pain and this is who I am. And I thought I had tried everything also, but I didn't. And so I decided in the hospital when I got back to work, I was ready to get the starter kit and just give toxin-free living a try and see if that would help. And I went back to work a week later and I said, I'm ready to get that stupid starter kit is what I called it. And I said, don't sign me up for your rewards program, lady. And she said, you're not locked into anything. Like, you'll be fine. Don't worry. I got you. And so I trusted her. She was a good friend. And so I said, okay, fine. Because I wanted the free oil if I got the kit on ER. That's what I wanted. And then I was out. That was 4.5 years ago and I've never stopped. So 3 months into my journey, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I used one oil and then poof, I was healed. Like, you don't eat one salad and then you're healthy. You got to eat your veggies every day, right? So it's like the same thing when it comes to toxin-free living. Like, it's a matter of just like using this every day and not reaching for the other stuff. So 3 months into my journey, I looked over at my husband and I said, do you know what I just realized? And and I had a bottle of Advil in my hand that I found. I said, do you know what I just realized? And he's like, yeah, like I know that this lifestyle has absolutely helped you. Like, I feel like I have my wife
Got
back.
my wife back.
And I was like, I haven't needed these Advils in like 2 months. Like, I haven't even thought about them. I forgot about this bottle. And that was the moment I decided, like, I have to tell everybody about this, because there are so many people out there that are living in chronic pain and they don't know it's because of the products they're putting on their skin. Because I didn't understand that that could have such a big impact in my hormones. And it may seem so silly hearing that. And this isn't something that just affects women, by the way, it affects men too.
Absolutely.
But when we use things that mess with our hormones and that affects our thyroid, it messes everything in our body up. It affects our moods, our sleep. I had acne, I had aches, I had pains, I couldn't eat anything. It affects everything in our body. Inflammation. And so just by removing all of the garbage, I shared the fish tank analogy in this group. You can go read that, but that's what I did. I cleaned the fish tank. That's what I did. I stopped reaching for the garbage and I started moving everything over to clean products. So 3 months in, and he was like, okay, I see the difference.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk now.
Okay. Well, I don't really have a great win off the bat like that, but let's face the facts. Health is wealth. You know, if you're sick, you're at home, you're losing out on your potential earnings. Plus, it just feels horrible. Like, it just, in today's day and age, health is wealth. Nobody wants to go to the hospital. Nobody wants to be stuck in that system. And ultimately, from the time that Glow had started 4.5 years ago, her doing 101s in the house, doing a couple 101s a week in the house, I would get home from work and I would hear them doing the 101. And ladies would come back and I could not believe the authenticity in the stories shared about their wins. I was like, if I snuck outside and said, here's $200, act it up, try and play it up, I don't think you could get that honesty out of people for, you know, their wins with the oils. So I was like, oh, you know, like, wow, you know, it's not just one thing, or it's not just, you know, like I've heard people talk about oils as placebos. Well, that only goes so far until you have a large group that you know
that are all winning.
that are all winning and winning from different ways. So there's my little introductory piece. So yeah, it's good.
Can you unmute? Oh, it won't let me. Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, like what Evan and I realized, it made it so much easier when he was on board with this too. And we were able to, like, I couldn't believe I switched out my deodorant and was telling him the different chemicals that I realized were in my deodorant. And he's like, hey, can you order me one too? Hey, I'm out of body wash. Do you think on your next order we can put in body wash? Like, it was those little simple things that he was realizing that made us both kind of be able to be happier with each other. Because like Glow said, it's not just a woman's issue. There's actually a stat that I read where it said men today are producing 50% less sperm than they were 50 years ago. So that's huge. And that's based on, you know, the chemicals that are in our products that we're not aware of. So it just has become really important to us to provide this information with our loved ones, our friends and family, because it's made such a big impact in our life and we want to see everyone happy and healthy. So I guess we will dive in. So the reason why, so like I said, I was starting to switch out my products before I came across Young Living. From my book that I read and realizing these things were in my products, I was beginning to Pinterest a lot of like healthier alternatives to make a lot of things. So that was fun for a bit, but it got really tiring and repetitive. So in October, I came across a wine and oils event, and I met my lovely friend Laurence, who introduced me to Young Living. And the biggest part about that was like, wow, there's a trusted company. It took me a bit before I dove in. I had to do my research and kind of seeing what the worth it would be. And it's a big investment to make for ourselves. I found a lot of the time we don't feel like we're worthy for that. You know, the starter kit's $199 plus tax. So I was like, okay, am I worth this investment? Should I do this for myself? And it took a little bit, probably about a month or so, before I realized, you know what do I have to lose? If anything, to me, I can pay whatever price it is. If it's going to help my health and make me happier, then that's worth it to me. So it was by far, definitely after I got it, I realized the worth of it, and I would do it a million times over. And like I said, we were so happy to buy Evan his own kit. I thought it was just such an investment. It was literally nature's first aid kit in a little box that we get to replace our cleaning supplies, our Advil, our, you know, A535, anything we were using in our life. There was so many replacements in there. So it was a great start for us. And the reason why I loved Young Living and what made me kind of go towards them was that they do have all their own farms. So they have the seed to seal program. For the minute that they plant the plants and the minute it's harvested, there's no chemicals, there's no pesticides, herbicides. And that was really ensuring to me to know that everything was coming from a great place, and that you're able to visit those farms if you want to. So Glow has visited some of those farms, and I plan on visiting them for sure in the future. And Mark has too, I guess. You guys both have one. So you guys can probably speak a bit on that and how fascinating that process was. I haven't got to see it for my eyes yet, but just seeing that that's available to people who aren't even members. So even if you're not a member, you can go visit their farms. And that's just really cool that they're open and accepting to allowing people to see the process that this is done, which there's no other company that I know that allows you to do this. So that was my why for Young Living.
Oh, I love that. Yes, we have been to farms.
Yeah.
We have camped out at a farm for a week.
Yep.
And we were a part of like the whole process, like start to finish. We even got to use horses to like pull trees out. They played Irish music, and we like did a jig as we like put the chips down into it was after that, I was like, we don't pay enough for our oils, but don't tell them that. Because it's a lot to get a little bottle of oil. You guys, it's so much work, but it's so awesome. We also had the absolute pleasure. We sponsor a child through the Young Living Foundation, and we got to go to Ecuador and go to the farm out there and go visit his village and go to the school and meet his family. And it's just, this company like stands alone, I think, personally.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see what they're doing and with what the foundation does. And even with the seed to seal, it definitely just helped solidify my belief in this company for sure, because watching the distillation process is really, really amazing to see how it's all done and right there in front of you. So,
yes. So we are going to dive into the kit now. I just wanted to share. So there are 3 ways that you can use essential oils. So number 1 is topically. So you can put them on your skin. The cool thing about essential oils is they're like such a teeny tiny little molecule that they can actually permeate your cell walls. So if you put your essential oils here, they will be in every cell of your body in 20 minutes, which is really super cool. You can also use it aromatically. So that's just like breathing it in. So we have a diffuser. The diffusers are really a super great way to do it, but you can also just make like a little scent tent, put it in your hands, breathe it in that way. We can also take them internally. So we have oils that are safe for ingestion. We have the Vitality line. So those ones are safe for ingestion. They are the exact same oils as the ones with the regular labels, but Health Canada says we have to have them with different labels because that's just how it rolls. So you can do what's comfortable to you. And a lot of the times people go, taking them internally, like that sounds like that's an aggressive way to get it in, but actually the fastest way to get something into your body is through your sense of smell. So whatever you breathe in is in your brain in 22 seconds, affecting not only your memory response, but your nervous system. So that's why like we don't realize how powerful our sense of smell actually is. I don't think we give it enough credit. So yes, they smell nice, but they do so much more than just smell nice. So breathe them in that brain of yours. And this is also why we don't want to breathe in like fragrance, like fake, like perfumes, cleaners, anything like that, that has that synthetic, because that's going straight to the brain.
Yeah. As you transfer out of the normal products out there, you'll definitely find that when you go back to the grocery store and you walk by like the soaps aisles and the laundry soap,
it's
and that,
real bad.
it's so aggressive on your senses. And then you're like, oh, I never did smell that before.
Because your nostrils were, the hair in your nose was burnt.
Was just burnt. So once you actually get that stuff out, you'll really notice a lot of those other like chemically smells. You pick them out in a heartbeat.
He's so you become so sensitive. You do become more sensitive to it because the little hairs on your nose start to grow back and you actually smell it. When you're cleaning with all that toxic stuff, it actually burns the little sensories in your, it's
okay. Oils.
Yeah.
Let's do some oils.
We're gonna let them talk oils first.
Yeah. Here's the kit.
Yes, so the kit comes, so there's 2 kits that you can choose from. The ones, well, actually right now they have the Desert Mist or the Aria on, which is pretty beautiful. So you can get either the Aria diffuser, the Desert Mist, or the Dewdrop diffuser. So you can choose a different style of diffuser, and then 11 oils and 2 packages of the Ningxia supplement, as well as a Thieves' Hand sanitizer, some roller bottles that are easy for sharing with. So what's been really cool is that we're able to, if his family or my family's experiencing maybe some sleeping issues or they're having headaches or anxiety, we're able to share with the little bottles it comes with. We can put some drops in there and give them to help them try. So that's been really helpful for us because we feel good. We want our family to feel good. So we're all about sharing our oils. So I guess I'll let Evan start with his first top few that he uses.
Well, the first oil I used was Copaiba, because I had a root canal done. Yeah, it's right here. And I don't think the dentist did it properly. It was causing me a lot of pain. So I was all day at work taking Advil. Again, Advil, Tylenol. It was causing so much grief. And I come home one day and Lindsay said, let me try putting this oil on. She put it on a little cotton pad and stuck it up against the tooth and left it. And within like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I was like, I think I noticed a difference. And the first few times I thought, maybe it's because of the Advil I took earlier. You know, I was kind of skeptical of the actual effects of the oil. But then I was doing it regularly for a couple of weeks and it was taking the pain away. The pain was gone. I ended up having the tooth pulled, but up until then, Copaiba was my savior. I was able to work and sleep with no issues. And then my absolute favorite is the Northern Lights Black Spruce. I grew up in the woods, grew up logging. There it is. Every winter, my father, we would cut wood, you know, be in the woods all day. That's what we did all winter. So I smell that now and it makes me feel like I'm back in the woods. And I love it. I put it all over my body. I put it in the diffuser. My father has it now and it's his favorite oil. He puts it in his diffuser. He called me, I helped him set it up. And he said he just loves it. His whole house smells like it. He texts me, you know, I love the black spruce, right? Because he grew up in the woods as well. So
yeah, you can also, what we've been doing is like being able to make things like beard oil or cologne you can make. So we're out of Northern Lights. This is empty now. So my next order, it's coming, but we're going to make him a cologne with, you can add like any woodsy smell, cedar wood, pine, Northern Lights, black spruce, anything. And it's just another alternative. You know, we pay so much for perfumes. That's the one thing I realize now. I never was able to get into the whole perfume train. I thought it was ridiculous to spend like $80 to $100 on a bottle of perfume. And now I see it as like, oh my goodness, we pay this much for like literally to spray toxin on us when, you know, Northern Lights Black Spruce is a more expensive oil, but it comes in the kit. So right there, it's a savings. But this is something pure that we can put on our body instead of something that's toxic. And then do you want to also say how you mix this one with it to do what?
Oh yeah, I started making my own muscle rub for which I use almost every night after work. I get home, I shower, I get out, I put my beard oil in, and then I put my muscle rub on the spots that are always bothering me. And I can't wait to get home and do that. But it's, we use coconut oil, and I warm it up to melt it. And then I put a few drops of the copaiba, the peppermint, and then the panaway. And I just kind of stir it up. And then I wanted to use it right away. So instead of waiting for it to harden, I stuck it in the freezer and stood outside of the freezer door for like 5 minutes until it was ready. And now I use it every single night. It's the most amazing feeling. It's cooling. It has a warm sensation. It smells amazing, and I feel great. So I think that's.
You want to say what peppermint is for?
Peppermint?
For pain.
Oh yeah, well, peppermint's it's actually amazing for the pain, but I think the copaiba is more so my favorite because it's like an amplifying oil. So any other oils you put with it, it makes them work way better. I think that's the
yeah. It's also copaiba is also nature's like anti-inflammatory, so that was really good to help with your tooth pain and stuff that we put on for that.
Yeah.
And then Panaway is what we think of for anything like pain away. So this one's really good. Like I just put some on his neck before we started, just rubbing it, massaging it on. It has a cooling sensation, like he said. So really good if you have hot flashes too, or if you're experiencing anything like that, it's a really good cooling. They're hot oils, but it's a cooling sensation. And we just need to be careful because you don't want to get them in your eyes. They will burn. And also if you're putting them in the bath, to make sure it is with Epsom salts, because oil,
yeah,
it will rise on the water. I learned that the hard way, and it will burn if you don't add the Epsom salts. So mixing them in is really nice. So Evan never used to be a bath person, and now when he comes home from work and he's going in for a bath and he mixes it all himself, I'm like, wow, like this is really impressive. And the fact that he's feeling better, like I can see that he feels better, and that's nice that he's taking care of himself. It's not just me making him use these, it's him going to his own kit and mixing up his own concoctions on what worked for him. So
I love it.
Those have been our wins. Yeah. So Glow, do you want to chat next about your oils? Or do you want me to go about mine? Okay, so I'll chat about lemon. So lemon has been really helpful for me. I guess the best reason I love it is a really good mood booster. So this one I think of like happiness in a bottle. So any citrusy scent is really uplifting.
Oh, I love it.
So I smell this one every day, and it just puts me in this happy, pleasant mood. If I'm cleaning the house and doing a really good deep clean, I put this in my diffuser as well as in with my cleaning concoction that I have with my thieves cleaning, add some lemon drops to really give it that fresh citrusy smell throughout the house. And it also is really good for taking anything sticky off. So gum, crayon or marker, and if you have toddlers, stickers. So my niece was here, she had stickers all over my window. They were so hard to get off until I got my lemon oil, and I was able to drop it on the window and then it just peeled right off. So that's super great. Yeah, that one's lemon. And the next one I'm going to chat about is purification. So this one, a cool trick that my friend had taught me. So when I was making the switch to natural deodorant, you go through this detox phase, because when our bodies are so used to having all these chemicals, it can be kind of smelly when you're not using them anymore. So purification, when I was going through that detox phase of switching over my deodorants, I work from home, so that's really great that nobody has to smell me right now. But I would put a drop of purification on my armpits, and it really helped. Like no smell, it was amazing. So if you are thinking you are more stinkier and you want to, instead of the natural deodorant, I know some people it can be hard to use for them, but I don't have any smell when I use my natural deodorant. I did do the purification beforehand. It removes anything smelly. So if you have hockey bags, diapers, if you're cooking something that might smell, kind of funky, you can put it in the diffuser and it's going to actually cleanse the air and make it smell very, very nice. Another tip too is like in your trash can, put on a cotton swab, put it under your trash bin. It's going to eliminate that smell for you. So it's purification.
Love it. Love it. The
Great.
Purification in the armpits is a really great trick. I may have used it once or twice. Okay, I'm going to start with lavender here, because this oil I would have paid $199 for this one little bottle. Like the kit is worth $199, but this oil is just, it's still one of my faves. Before I got started with Young Living, I had like cystic acne from the time I was probably 13. I had tried everything like laser treatments, birth control, steroid creams, Accutane, Proactive. I was up on like acne.org, always reading because they were so big and painful. And this oil right here cleared my skin up. And if you know anyone that suffers from acne, or you've ever had acne and then something works, it's like, that is worth its weight in gold. But it's not just for acne. Think any kind of floral oils, think skin. So like cuts, burns, scrapes. This is actually the oil that won you over. It was your first win because he had burnt his face.
Yeah, I got a burn under my beard on my cheek from steam. Steam pipe let go right in my face. So I came home and I, as a guy, don't usually do anything about it. And Glow noticed the red. Anyway, she put lavender on it, and like the next day it just like peeled out, and it was just really just light pink, and like it healed within a couple of days. I was so surprised.
Yeah. So it's a really, really good one. Also, it's like really well known for relaxation. So it's really good for
sleep
that as well,
kids.
For sleep. And then I'm going to talk about frankincense. This is like, I'm going to say they're all my favorite. This is my favorite. Yeah. I love them all for different reasons. Okay. I can't choose one favorite, but frankincense for me, like I used to also have, I shouldn't say I used to have, sometimes I still have, it's not as bad as it used to be, but I would get just like anxiety, even going like grocery shopping. Like I would have to sit in the car and be like, okay, you're going in there. And like, if you run into anyone, you're going to have small talk, and it's like, you can do this. And now it's like, this is my oil for grounding. Anytime I feel those feelings of like anxiousness at all, what I do is I put a drop on my thumb and I just press it to the roof of my mouth. And it's like, I just feel like all my anxiousness just kind of like melt away. And it makes sense because it's from the root of a tree. And so when you think roots, it's like grounding, right? So flowers, think skin, citrus, think happy, sunny thoughts. And then with trees, it's like grounding. Like it's all really common sense once you get into this. But in the meantime, I just wanted to tell you guys, there is also an app called the Reference Guide app. And that is literally how I like learned how to use my oils. Like I would type in, I have acne, or I have cough and cold, or I have anxiety. And it would be like, use these oils. If this doesn't work, try these oils. Cause I came in knowing nothing about oils. All I knew was lavender was relaxing. That was it. So if I can learn, you guys can all learn. Cause I was like not a hippie before Young Living. But now I am. No. So frankincense is also really good for like yoga, meditation. I have someone on my team that has like racing thoughts all the time. And when they go to bed at night, it's like their mind just, we call it the monkey mind. It doesn't slow down. And so they just rub frankincense like right here, and their thoughts calm down. Like it just slows that down for them. So there's like 1,000 ways that you can use each of these oils. I could talk about this forever, but I digress. I will let you talk about these two, and then you want to talk about that one?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So let's, I'm gonna talk about Dajais. All right. So pre-oils, I always had heartburn.
Yeah,
always. The job that I had, I was managing a bunch of guys. I would have the big bottle of Tums by the bed, always. Extra one at work, one in the truck. And really that stuff is just garbage for your body. It didn't fix anything. I avoided the whole issue. And until I actually started getting into some toxic-free living, I would be on the Tums train. So fast forward a little bit, I really don't even need Dajais a whole lot anymore because I just don't get heartburn like I do. But like Thanksgiving, when you're out there eating a big bird and you feel full bloated.
A big bird.
Yeah, definitely go to the Dajais. Some of that on your tummy. I don't know, maybe your kid's constipated, boom, Dajais for the win.
Or if they go too much.
Or if
it's like, the other way. Dajais knows. I don't know how it knows.
It's crazy. But this is one that I definitely, I have almost all of these oils in my work truck. So I have them when I need them. I don't really need this a whole lot, thankfully, because a lot of those symptoms have cleared up, but I do. This was a lifesaver for like probably a year.
So where do you put it, babe?
I put it on my stomach topically.
So the thing with DiGize, and a lot of the times people think like oils has to be complicated, but it doesn't. No. Your body is so smart. So if you're feeling heartburn, you're going to put it where it hurts here. If it's your stomach that feels too bloated, you're going to put it where you're feeling the bloat. If it's like a cramp, like in your back, you're going to put it there. Wherever you're feeling the discomfort is where you're going to put the oil. So super good.
All right. So the next one I'm going to talk about is RC, respiratory care. This one's great. This is the marriage saver, or so I've been told. You know, if you have a husband that's
saved our marriage.
If you have a husband, I don't snore. She does.
Oh no, but, I do not. You fall asleep first. Nice
anyways,
try.
Go to the RC, get it in beside the person in your diffuser, and let it run. It helps greatly. I know that if I'm feeling any congestion or anything in my chest, I definitely get the RC on me, and it just starts pulling everything out. It's another good one. I have a little Young Living diffuser in my truck. So this is one of the ones that I like to have in the diffuser as it blows. It just you're always reaping the benefits from this so subtly, but you know, they've done some pretty good testing on all of these oils in the kits with the brain EEG scanner, and the results are absolutely amazing. So that if that's something you're interested to looking at, ask, and we can provide some other
it's called link. Your Brain on Oils by Dr. Corey Deacon, if you're interested. We can send you
really fascinating.
Yes, there has been a night or two where I put RC on Mark's chest as he's been asleep. It works like a charm. Okay, last but not least, you guys, this is like our MVP, most valuable player right here, the thieves. Especially right now, I feel like this one is so important. Thieves is the way that you're going to keep yourself above the wellness line so that you're not getting really sick. And a cool test that you can do at home is get a piece of bread, not like Wonder Bread, because that doesn't mold. You want to get like bakery bread. And take that piece of bread and drop a drop of Thieves on the top of the bread, and then put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the cupboard. And after a month, 2 months, 3 months, you might want to throw it out after 3 months because it gets a little weird, but like all around that drop of Thieves is not one touch of mold or bacteria. Yeah. And then the rest of the bread will turn into like a powdery green, you know how it goes. But like all around that Thieves, there's not a touch of mold or bacteria. So that just shows you how powerful it is. Like you can see for yourself the power of Thieves. And just putting it on the bottoms of your feet, if you don't know, like all your organs and all of that is attached at the bottom of your feet. So get your oils on your feet. That's a super great place to start. And it's going to just keep everything, like it's going to keep away the bad bugs, but keep the good bugs. Yeah. So this is another thing right now. People are cleaning with so many heavy duty cleaners that kill like 99.9% of germs. We need good bacteria to thrive though. We don't want to kill all the bacteria. We need the good bugs to help fight the bad bugs. So Thieves knows what's good and what's bad. I don't know. Nature is amazing, and it's so cool. I also love to make like Thieves tea. So I do like a drop of Thieves in honey and mix it up. And if I ever have a sore throat or anything like that, it just like, it's the most soothing, takes the pain away. Like I've had things come on since I've joined Young Living. Like I'll feel a little bit of something come on, but I start like really using my Thieves and then it's gone. Whereas I used to get taken down by a cold for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now it's like 2 days, if that. So that's super awesome. Thieves is so powerful that they made an entire cleaning line out of it. So we have toothpaste, we have cleaner, we have laundry detergent, hand soap, because it's just amazing. When you think about that piece of bread, think about like brushing your teeth with Thieves now. So how great that's going to keep your oral health, which is all connected. Like we need to stop treating our body like all these individual
components.
Pieces. It's one thing. So if you do something to the arm, it affects your whole body, right? So that's how we need to start thinking of it. We need to start treating thinking of it that way. So Thieves is just an absolute favorite in this house. The Thieves cleaning kit, like I can never go back to any other cleaner. The Thieves cleaner, when I first got it, I was like, I just paid $26 for this bottle of cleaner. That's crazy. But one capful makes an entire spray bottle. You can clean the entire house with it. And it actually works out to be 80 cents a spray bottle. And you're using way less plastic because you just keep using the same bottle. And then underneath your cabinets is one bottle instead of like 10 brightly colored bottles, one for each like different room. Like, did they sell us or what in the marketing world that we needed a different cleaner for every surface, right? Like, what?
10 different ways to kill your kid underneath the sink, or one that will have no harm. You know, like we got kids and dogs and pets all walking around. And if we're using those toxic cleaners, those are all just getting absorbed into, that's our environment. We're allowing that to get absorbed in. So I love the Thieves line, love the Thieves line. This little bottle goes with me everywhere. I love Thieves.
Yeah, sometimes he'll just like put a drop on his hand and lick it off. You'll never go back to another toothpaste either. Yeah. And the laundry detergent, it comes like smaller. And so you may think like, oh, that's tiny, but it's 1 teaspoon, not tablespoon, 1 teaspoon per load. And we have the big Samsung washer, and he works like, he gets really dirty, his clothes at work, because he's in the trades, and it gets everything clean. If he has like extra grease on his clothes, I'll just throw a capful of the Thieves cleaner into the load as well, and it gets all the grease out. And so we don't have to use these products that are bright blue or bright purple. Like when we put that in down the drain, how does that affect our planet? And not only that, but like, how is it affecting our health? And so just these simple little swaps that we can make add up to such big changes in our health, and it saves us money. So it's like a win-win. Do you put it right in with the clothes, or where do you put the soap? So yeah, just like in with
your soap
in the
tray.
little tray.
Yeah. Sometimes
when I dump the Thieves cleaner in, I just dump it right onto the clothes. Yeah. But you can also put it down the tray too.
I've never seen it like stain clothes. Like I've added it directly in. I've never ever seen directly adding the Thieves concentrate into clothes. I have never ever seen it like stain something.
Some people are really organized and they like pre-mix it. Yeah. I'm just kind of like a because I've got 3 kids, so it's like gotta be quick. But like if you're one of those like pre-planned people, good for you. You can like pre-mix it beforehand too. That works great. Okay, so that and then dun. So that's like the top. Then I'm gonna talk about the Ninja right here.
One more thing on the Thieves that is in the bottom is the Thieves hand sanitizer. Right now, you go into places that are requiring you or asking you to spray the hand cleaner on you.
Everywhere.
You know, how many of these places have had, or how many times has Health Canada now recalled or told people not to use those products? You don't know what these companies are doing. They just got a bottle of this goop at the door.
Some of them smell like straight up tequila. Yeah, I don't even know what they're putting in that stuff. I'm like, nail polish remover? I don't know.
Just another one that you're adding. So the Thieves hand sanitizer, Health Canada approved. Great ad, great for the kids. Anyways, moving on.
And so last for me to talk about here before I pass it back over is the Ninja supplement. When I first started sharing Young Living, I would be like, and there's this like little pack of juice. And I didn't really think much of it until one of my girlfriends that I worked with, she was a little bit older than me, and she ended up having a heart attack. And after her heart attack, all of her iron levels kept dropping, and she had to keep going in for like iron injections. And it was just a really hard time for her. And so I started researching and asking around the community what I could give her to help her with her iron levels and everything. And people kept saying, oh my gosh, the Ninja. And so I went, okay, I'll give it a try. But I thought that I like knew what these health juices were all about. I thought they were all the same. And I know my grandma used to order some, and it was like 26 grams of sugar per bottle or per serving. And I was like, that's not healthy. But this is so different. There's only 2 grams of sugar. So it's even safe for diabetics. But I bought her the bottles. It also comes in like a fancy 2.6. And I got that for her and she started drinking it. And then after she drank, she was down her second bottle. She went in and she didn't need her iron injections and her levels were coming up. And she was like looking better. Her skin was looking better. Her eyes were looking better. And I was like, I think I need that Ningxia in my life as well. So I started ordering it. I really recommend when you get this Ningxia in your life, just jot down how you're feeling. Like, how's your digestion? How are you sleeping? How many times are you going to the bathroom a day? Like all of those things that add up to health, like do a little check-in. And then after 30 days of just doing 1 shot a day, check in again. And you are going to be like amazed at how good you can feel. Young Living is like a $2 billion company a year, $2 billion. And Ningxia is more than 40% of Young Living sales.
Why?
So
because it works.
If that doesn't tell you, I'm like, I feel like I could, if I only had one product, like don't make me choose, but if I had to like choose one product from Young Living that I could continue on with, it would be the Ningxia actually. Like I can never live without this. I really believe it's a big part of why my inflammation went away, why my gut health got better. Like I just love it so, so much. And anytime I'm just feeling like, you know, just that yucky feeling where you don't just quite feel right in your body and there's no explanation for it. Like I grab one of these and I drink it and I just feel better, like in minutes. It's crazy. So this is my fave. This is a need. Can't live without it. I'm going to pass it back to Lindsay and her man now.
Just going off what you said, Glo, about Ningxia, so Ningxia was my second order that I chose to get after my starter kit because I was experiencing a lot of digestion issues. And I went to see a naturopath, which I highly recommend if you are feeling frustrated with your doctor and have not explored a naturopath. That really helped me in my health journey. And I noticed she got me to do this rainbow food chart. So it was basically all the colors of the rainbow. For a week, I had to check off which colors I was eating. So maybe as I had apples this day, oranges this day, bananas and all this. So at the end of the week, I realized I had no antioxidant foods. So the blue and the purple foods. And that really explained a lot to me as why I was having so many digestion issues. So when I realized that Ningxia is full of the antioxidants, I couldn't wait to incorporate that into my diet. And it did make a difference. Like it was crazy TMI, but like my digestion problems were so much better. It was amazing. So that was a huge win for me. And then basically what is so great about Young Living is they have this amazing loyalty program called Essential Rewards. So in the beginning, when I kind of first was told about it, I was like, oh, every month, like ordering something every month, that seems like a big commitment. But then I thought, like, I order from Amazon every month. I don't get any kind of like compensation from Amazon. I pay, I pay for something. Like I pay whatever it is, $9 for an Amazon prescription every month and don't even use it sometimes. And sometimes I'm ordering more and not getting any points back or not getting any free things, nothing. So when I learned about Young Living and realized that, so there's so many perks, but let's see if I get them all. So if you order between the 1st and the 5th every month, you're in Canada, you get a $10 credit back. So that was amazing. So first, that wasn't, you know, at the time it didn't work out between the 1st and the 5th. It was the end of the month I wanted my kit. So I put in my order and then the next month I was able to change. It's so simple to change your processing date to make it between those days. So you're getting the $10 credit because I didn't want to wait until then to get my kit. And then I just had changed it. So now 10% back is what you get for the first 3 months of spending. So if I spend $100, getting $10 back. After 3 months, you get 20% back. So now when I spend $100, I'm getting $20 back in points that I can add up and pick literally anything. It doesn't have to be just oils. So that is the crazy thing, is that I can use my points. So there is some things it doesn't cover, but it does cover Ningxia. It covers the cleaning supplies. It covers oils. It covers so many different things that I'm able to choose and kind of splurge on myself on things I probably wouldn't buy for myself. So I buy the household items. And then if I'm like, oh, there's this really nice, so Progessence Plus was an oil that I wanted to get. I use my points for that. So it's a more expensive oil, but I had heard great testimonies. I really wanted to give it a go. So after a couple months of saving points, I was able to get that. So the cool thing now is that I'm not spending any more money than I usually would, because as what I'm doing every month is as I run out of products, I'm putting them in my order. So first month it was the starter kit, the second month it was the Ningxia, the third month it was the cleaning kit, the fourth month it was switching out deodorants, what else, like shampoo, conditioner, body gel, whatever it was that we needed. Maybe we need more laundry soap this month, we need supplements. So they have like the Super Bee was something we really have enjoyed. So every month there's something we're able to swap out, and it's kind of fun to be like our own personalized wellness box that we get to look forward to every month. So you can change your processing date anytime. It's super flexible. If it's not in your budget and you're feeling like you don't need anything this month, it's so easy. You can skip. There's no commitment. There's no monthly fee. Even if that's the thing, like Amazon, you still have to pay a monthly fee even if you're not ordering. Young Living, you don't have to do that. If you don't want anything this month and you don't need anything, there's no ties, you skip it. Another thing they do is they give gifts. So after 3 months, I got a grapefruit 15 ml essential oil, which was amazing because I probably would not have bought that otherwise. So gifting it to me got me to be able to look up different uses for that oil, make different like DIYs. Sorry, I always mess that up. And that was fun. And then after the 3 months, 6 months, you get Copai IPA, which is great to have that free oil. And then it just keeps going 9 months, 12 months. They're very giving in that sense. And then also after you have it for 2 years, I believe it goes up to 25% that you get back, 24 or 25%. I'm not there yet. I'm like 7 months in. So I'm enjoying the 20%. I couldn't believe that I was able so quick. Like, so October was my first order. And then now last month I was able to put in a free $106 order. So I went and like used my points and was able to put a $106 order for free, and even to use my credits, because you have your points that accumulate and your credits. So there's 2 double points that are adding up, and I was able to pay for the shipping with my credits, use the points for my product, and the order was completely free on top of my other order that I wanted that month for my monthly order to accumulate those points. So it's super cool. They have an amazing referral program too. So it worked out really well for me that once we got our starter kit, my family was very interested in what I was doing. And I was super blessed for that I was able to share this with them and get rewarded for sharing. So if you have a kit and you're like, hey, you know, maybe my family would be interested in this, and you share with them, they're actually going to reward you for that. So you get like a check for referring somebody. So that's been super amazing for my family. We now all are on safe products, and we get to live this happy lifestyle together. I get to show them the importance of saving and switching over. And it's just been so great to us. So we're happy with, I wish all companies had this, honestly. I think, and I'm like, why isn't there more places that do this? Why can't Amazon, if I've been committed for a year, send me like a $50 card to like buy something for free or something? So
yeah, we're absolutely spoiled. Yeah.
I think I hit everything on the ER program. Gloria, jump in if I missed anything, because it's been just super helpful for us. And I'm new to it, like I said, but I've only been, 7 months in, and got so many free things. I've got 2 free oils and $106 free order. And now Evan has his own account. So we're swapping out my things and his things. He gets to pick what he wants, and we get to get double the points.
No, you rocked that. You did so good. I was like,
Very
yes, good job.
Very good.
It's the best thing ever. I can't imagine like shopping any other way. No other store rewards me the way that Young Living does. So I'm like, why wouldn't I buy from my own store and earn 25% back? Like, it just,
plus have awesome products.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, like,
and it comes to your door.
Yeah.
I don't have to take my kids to 4 different stores. I just click a button.
Especially with the pandemic right now, there's so many things we can't even go and enjoy our shopping experience as much as we would. So now I get to order online. It comes to my door, and I'm also benefiting my family when we spend. It's like now my whole family is on board, so we're able to benefit each other when we spend, instead of these big corporations like Walmart and Shoppers that I was buying before. It's literally just taking what my budget was from there and switching it over to now what I need through this. So
for sure, transfer purchasing is so great about this. You're spending the money there anyway on that other stuff. Why not spend it on this awesome stuff?
Yeah,
it's so great. That was so fun, you guys. Thanks for having us on your class today.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yes, and we want to share this. So like we said, like this information, knowledge is power, guys. So whatever you decide to do with this information, I just want you all to be more aware of when you're buying products. We're the gatekeepers to our homes. So when you're buying products, I was so quick to read the ingredients on my food labels, but I wasn't reading the ingredients on my product labels. And when I didn't know what they meant, right? Like SLS, I didn't know what that meant. And if you Google those things now, like fragrance and perfume, again, I didn't know what those meant. So when I Googled those and realized the side effects and everything that it was doing to me, it made a lot of sense. So I just wanted to spread this awareness to everybody to say, read your labels, do your research, look what's in your products, because I thought everyone was out there and that they had to protect us, but really we have to be our own advocate for what we're bringing into our home and using it on our skins. So our skins are our largest organ, and that's become really important to me, what I put on myself and what I'm putting in my home.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody. I will upload this recording and I will put a shareable link into the event. So if anyone wants to like rewatch or anything like that, and don't be afraid to reach out to either any of us.
Any of us.
If you have questions.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, it's such a teamwork, and we're happy that our partners are on board, and it makes it so much fun. So
yes,
incredible.
Thank you guys.
Men and women, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Bye, guys.
Awesome, everyone.
See you guys. Thank you guys.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Right back
See
at
you soon.
Thanks for your time, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.